Hi, everyone, and thank you so much for visiting the page about the Den membership. This is my husband, Ryan. By the way, he's really excited about video, and he's really excited about being part of this program. But what I want to do is, see, this is the real us. So what I would like to do is tell you a little bit about what's included. So we're going to have a private Facebook page where we can all collaborate. If you're in the Den membership, you have access to the page. You could message us. We're going to have a weekly 15 to 20 minute recorded call about some life lesson that we have gone through or life lesson that we can coach you through. And you can listen to that as at your leisure. It will be available on audio file as well as video. Twice a month, I'm going to do a business focus exercise. And then once a month on a Wednesday night, possibly, Ryan and I enjoy some red wine together sometimes. And we thought maybe we could right. We thought maybe we could have a Zoom call with you, with your beverage of choice, and just kind of chit-chat live once a month. So that'll be really cool. And then there'll be online materials and all that stuff. And you can read about all of that. But what I'd like to do is just kind of have Ryan tell you a little bit about himself. And
Sure.
This is our second marriage.
It is.
So
No.
we're really happy.
Yeah.
For the most part, right? So tell them a little bit about you.
Well, I've got a daughter. She's 27. Got married last year to her high school sweetheart. They easy for me to say, been together for 10 years. And so that's awesome. They live out of state. I started out in my career, I guess you could call it a job. It wasn't a career at that point. Got hired as a part-time warehouse kid in a warehouse building materials company. So worked my way into getting hired on full-time. Got my CDL. I was a truck driver on and off for almost 10 years. Actually went back to school at night and got my degree in organizational studies. It's a bachelor's, kind of an applied management degree. And so actually 6 months, not even 6 months, 3 or 4 months after I was getting ready to graduate, I was in my last semester, I actually got hired by one of our vendors as a sales rep. So then I went from being a warehouse guy working for in a dirty warehouse all day, got hired on as a sales rep, and so that company then became my customer. So now I'm calling on managers and executives at that company.
That's a big change, right?
A little bit, from punching a clock to...
And I think a lot of real estate agents come from jobs, like that come into real estate, and
Sure.
It's a change. It's definitely a change.
The biggest challenge was learning how to plan my schedule versus punching a clock and doing whatever work was given to me. So that was a big challenge, a big change, and that adjustment period has served me well. Mm-hmm. As far as getting into sales, and then in fact, a few years down the road, I ended up getting my real estate license. I ended up leaving that company, but circle back around, and I had the opportunity. I actually launched one of their new locations, the building materials company, as a general manager in the Buffalo, New York area, and did that for a couple of years while commuting. Again, back to the scheduling. Mm-hmm. So as I was saying, I managed the company up in New York, and then for 2 years, and then managed another company, another one of the locations for that same building materials company for 3 years. So I've managed a couple different companies, a couple different locations. One was a startup launch, the other one wasn't. So I've got quite a varied professional background for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so a little bit about me. I have been in the real estate industry for 14 years. Mm-hmm. Before that, I was a stay-at-home mom, and I did home child care and cared for a bunch of little ones under the age of 6 that he's like, can't do that, right? So going to that, I do have a 16-year-old daughter and a 14-year-old son. My son lives with autism, so that also poses some interesting situations here. And
Sure.
Ryan's a great stepdad, and sometimes we disagree on some parenting things, so I'm sure that will come out at some point over the next year.
Yeah.
But it's just been wonderful, and we want to share with you because when we got together, we are definitely not in the same position when we got together. We were both a train wreck, right? Can I fairly say that?
Train wreck, something like that. Yeah.
Something like that, right? So we definitely have faith, and we know that God brought us together, and it's been a fun ride, and we'd love to share all of that with you.
Sure.
So one of my talents, I guess, or my favorite things, to help share with people is to believe in themselves. And one of Ryan's favorite quotes is "Make your own luck." So why is it make your own luck?
Well, it's from the famous philosopher Rob Dyrdek, in case you wonder where that came from.
We love Rob Dyrdek.
Seriously, no, I just think, I can look back at my path and all of the different jobs that I had starting out. I always knew that if I worked hard and I learned everything that I could about that position, that good things would come. Taking opportunities, certainly, when they present themselves is important. But I think some people sit back and they wait for things to happen. Like, oh, you're lucky because this, and this happened. No, I made that happen. Certainly God was involved and helped directed our paths and things, but you've got to seize the opportunities when they're there.
Yeah, up on my wall it says "Take action, be you." So it's all about taking action. So thanks for joining us today, and thanks for visiting our website. And we will be excited to share our ideas, thoughts, lessons with you. And we hope you join the Den membership. Thanks.
Thanks.